Hey everyone, welcome back to a new reading vlog. I thought I would just start out a random reading vlog again because I've started a new book that I'm very excited about. It is called Boys Don't Cry, written by Fiona Scarlett. And I got this one in England when I went there a couple of weeks ago. I actually made 2 vlogs all about my trip to Bath and London, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave them down below and like up there. But I was very intrigued by this cover, and on the back it says, "They say boys don't cry, but Finn's seen his dad do it when he thinks no one's looking, so that's not true. And isn't it okay to be sad when bad things happen? They say boys don't cry, but you might." And I started it 2 days ago. I'm only on page 29, but I'm already very intrigued. You follow the perspectives of Finn and his brother. Let me know if you've read it. I think it is quite new, 2021. It's very new. Let me know if you've read it. But today, it is Saturday. I actually am going back to my parents' house today because they're hosting like a street party basically for all the neighbors to just hang out once in a while, and everyone's making some food and drinks. So I'll be joining because they're technically still a bit my neighbors because my parents live there. And I also, last week was very fun. I went to a concert together with Leora from Books with Leo. We went to see Stu Larson, but I once saw him as like the supporting act of Passenger, whom I really enjoyed, and then I thought, oh my goodness, Stu Larson is also such an amazing singer. So I went to see him a couple of years ago in The Hague, and now he performed in Rotterdam as well. So I went there last week, which was so much fun. Okay, I just want to see Stu Larson, who is right here. It was an amazing show, thank you so much.
Was it amazing?
It was amazing.
Thanks for being here.
And now I'm going to show you a little bit of footage of me doing a big unhaul because my bookshelves were just overflowing. So I decided to just go through them and unhaul some books. So right now I'm also going to be taking some books that I unhauled and put them in a little library just at the end of my street. And I've also got a few that are going to some of my friends, and I've got a few that I'm going to sell, and then some other ones that I might be using for like decoration in my house, which I also like to do as well. So yeah, enjoy this little footage of me unhauling books, and I will keep you updated on me reading this one, which I'll be reading on the metro when I'm going back home. Okay, I found an entire pile of books that I'm going to be unhauling. First, I'm going to ask my friends if they want them. Otherwise, I will either sell them or put them in these little libraries that are all across town. And this feels very good. I also cleaned my bookshelf, or like, not cleaned it, but tidied it more. And now it just looks so much better. I forgot to take like a before, but you will have seen that in the shots where I was like looking for the books. So, quickly going through the books that I'm unhauling. First of all, The Memory Police. I enjoyed this one. I believe this was about people that kind of forget everything, something like that, a bit dystopian, but I wasn't too impressed that I want to actually keep it. Then we have Songs in Ursa Major, which is like a kind of Daisy Jones and the Six inspired book. It was fun, but Daisy Jones and the Six is so much better. Then we have Riot Baby. I actually tried reading this one twice and I just couldn't get into it both times. Even though it's really short, but yeah, I don't feel like trying again, honestly. This is, I believe, like a fantasy, but couldn't get into it. Then we have Woman on the Edge of Time, which is like a feminist sci-fi time travel story. I enjoyed it, but I thought I was going to enjoy it so much more, and I didn't. So yeah, someone else will probably like that a lot more. Then we have The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I was doubting whether I should keep this one or get rid of it, because the first 2 books I really enjoyed. The first one I actually loved, but then the last 3 books I was so bored and unimpressed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Then we have this one, From Eternity to Here, The Quest for the Ultimate Theory of Time. I actually got this one a few months ago out of one of these little libraries, but the more I think about it, not really interested in reading it. I've still got so many other books on my non-fiction shelf that I'm more interested in reading, so I'm gonna put it back there. So I hope someone else will find it. Then I also have Lolita. I tried reading this one and I couldn't finish it. I wasn't interested in finishing it. I DNF'd it, so I don't want this book anymore. Then we have Sky Falling. I haven't read this one, but I'm honestly just not too interested in it. I believe this is about a woman like trying to, or like thinking she'll always be alone, something like that, but I'm just not too interested in reading it. The Salt Pad. I actually tried reading this one, but I couldn't really get into it. It's like a non-fiction about people who are going on this very long trip, kind of like discovering themselves, but honestly, I'm not too interested in it. When I bought this, I thought it was actually fiction, but it was non-fiction. The Pursuit of Love. I literally bought this a few weeks ago in England and I read it and I was very unimpressed. It wasn't too funny in my opinion. It was basically about these sisters and a cousin who are just desperately trying to find husbands post-war. And it went very quick, and then they had a husband within a couple of pages, and I don't know. Didn't really like it, to be honest. And we have The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I read this one and I really enjoyed it, but I just don't feel like I'm going to reread it, and I would much rather give my copy to someone else. It was kind of a cool thriller that takes place in this Paris apartment. Then we have Sisters in Arms, which I also read and really enjoyed. It was about a few women who were part of the first all-black women battalion during the Second World War. Very interesting and inspiring, but again, I just don't think I will reread it, so I would much rather give my copy to someone else. Then we have Like a Sister, which is a thriller. I went like through all of my thrillers and I just decided to keep a couple because thrillers are just not really my cup of tea. So I decided to keep a couple that sounded most interesting to me, and this one unfortunately didn't, so I'm also going to be giving this one away. And lastly is this romance, How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days. It sounded fun, but I'm not the biggest romance or thriller person, and I also just decided to keep a few romance books, but this one is gonna go to a friend as well. This is a very big pile of books, but it just feels good to kind of clean out your bookshelf once in a while and just, you know, donate some books, give them to friends. I always just send them photos like, does anyone want any books? And just clean it up a bit because it was getting very crowded in there. And now it looks very tidy again. I will show you. Look, there are like no more books on top of these books. Normally I was just stacking everything, but now I don't have to anymore. And now everything just fits very nicely on one shelf. And I even have some more room over here. Oh my god. Because this is like thriller books, which I don't really read very often. I don't know if this is like thriller. Oh well, mystery, I think. So yeah, it looks very tidy again. This makes me very happy. Happy Sunday everyone. It is time for a little reading update because yesterday when I went to my parents for the like street party, which was so much fun, I hadn't seen some of my neighbors in a very long time, like properly just talk to them about life, and it was so fun. So I also managed to read a little bit when I was just at home before it started. I'm on page 91 right now and it is really good. It is so interesting already reading about these characters. It is quite sad and tragic as well. There's like drugs involved, maybe problems at home, and it's like about this gang as well. So these kids have to be really careful because they're not living in a very safe environment, and I'm very much enjoying it. It's a super quick read as well because the chapters are incredibly short. Some of them are only like 2 pages, and for example, if a chapter ends here, the new chapter will always start on the right page. So sometimes you just have an empty page in between 2 chapters. So it is quite a quick read. I'm going to be reading a little bit more right now before I'm going to my friend's house because it's her birthday. Like, it was her birthday yesterday, so she's celebrating it today, and I'll be going there with all my friends from my hometown. So we'll be going there and having a lovely just birthday celebration. I'm super excited because we're so lucky with the weather. It was raining like crazy like last week, and then tomorrow it's going to rain as well, but this weekend was so great. So going to be reading a bit more and just tidy up a bit, and then I'll be going over to her house. Happy Monday morning. I'm going to give you a little reading update because I am flying through this book. I'm on page 159. I think I have like, there's a look, like 90 pages left. It is so freaking good and sad and beautiful, and I'm loving it very much. And it's, as I said, just such a quick read. So I'm going to try to just finish it in the next couple of days. Right now I'm going to collect lots of products that I'm going to be restocking in the Swan Market store in Rotterdam, where I also will be working today. I sell my products there, and every week I have to work in one of the stores that I sell my products, so it will be just a short afternoon of like from 1 till 6. And before that I'm going to collect the products and also pack some orders. So let's do that now, and then I will probably see you maybe tonight once I get back from the store, and I will definitely be reading some more because it's so freaking good. Oh my god, this one is getting me out of my reading slump like crazy. Hey everyone, it is Wednesday already. I have to say, I haven't read much more from the book. I'm on page 173, but that is because I just had to work a lot, and in the evening I suddenly decided to rewatch some of my favorite films. So I rewatched Almost Famous, as well as my guilty pleasure, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. I mean, come on, all of these old Lindsay Lohan films are so fun. So I watched those, but I did start a new audiobook. I haven't listened to an audiobook in a very, very long time. It is called The Royal Art of Poison. It's a non-fiction book, and I learned about this book because this morning I visited my friend Leora from Books with Leo, and we filmed a video together for her channel. I think we'll be filming a video for my channel as well in the future, but right now we just filmed a video for her channel. It's like a book chat and chill video. We just talked about books, and she was talking about the fact that she's reading this book, The Royal Art of Poison, and it's a non-fiction book that is all about like centuries ago, when all of these wealthy families, or also like these very well-known painters, all of these very important families, how they dealt with people trying to poison them and how they wanted to prevent that from happening. But like many of them died, and they thought they died of poison, but it was actually just their own wrongdoing. They actually made it happen themselves because of these weird precautions that they were taking, and just dying of natural causes. And it's very disturbing and messed up, and it's a bit gross as well. So if you're eating, don't listen to this book. And if you can't really deal with grossness, also don't listen to this book. But it is very interesting, so I'm listening to that one, not right now, but like I'm listening to it. I just put it on pause. I'm going to be listening to it much more in the next hour, because I'm going over to a friend's house because her boyfriend is hosting this little like a viewing party for a finale of a soccer game for the Rotterdam soccer team Feyenoord, because they're apparently in like this very big final that I don't know anything about. But my friend is like, would you like to come over to our little party where we'll be having some lovely food and drinks and watching the game together. I normally only watch like the national team, but I thought this is very fun and it will be cool if they win, because they're from Rotterdam where I live. So fingers crossed that they will win, otherwise the whole atmosphere in the city is not gonna be great, but I've decided to walk to my friend's house. She lives like half an hour away walking. I could also take the tram, which will take me like 6 minutes, but I thought I might as well just walk there because I will have like a little daily exercise and I can listen to my audiobook. So I will keep you updated on that. I'm now going to just clean up a bit and I will see you soon. I will also let you know if they won. Okay, it's time to end the vlog. I will be talking about the book a little bit later. I finished it, by the way, because I have a few other fun things I want to chat about first. First thing is that I did a small shop update. So I've added a couple of new products in my shop, namely transparent vinyl stickers and like magnets that you can put on your fridge. I'm so excited about that because they're like completely new products. Okay, so firstly, the magnets. There are two different types. The first one is this dark academia. Will it focus? There it is. It's my dark academia illustration that I actually colored in, and as you can see, they're just regular magnets. They're very just thin and flexible, but you can just put them on your fridge or any like metal servers. And then also this little set of two pastel magnets with like a sun and a mountain. So the magnets first, and then secondly, 4 different crystal clear vinyl stickers. I will insert a photo like this, what they look like on your laptop. So the white in these stickers will be clear. The first one is just a tiny one that says, oh my god, I can't even see what I'm doing. Shut up, I'm reading. Now we have my sunflower vase, which is still one of my favorite illustrations I've ever done. A stack of books with some crystals and some plants. And lastly, also this dark academia one, because I just really like this illustration and the fact that I colored it in. So these products are now in my shop. If you actually check out my description, you will see a cheeky discount code. So if you would like to order them, don't forget to use that code to get like 10% off. And I'm very excited about all of this. So new shop update has happened. Next fun update is that next week I'm actually going to Milan and the south of Germany for a couple of days because my parents will be traveling through Italy, and I couldn't join them for like the entire 2 weeks, but I'll be flying over to Milan. I'll be staying there for 2 nights and then we'll be driving to the south of Germany, stay there for 2 nights and then go back home. So I'll have a lovely little holiday break for like a couple of days, which I am so excited about. So if you have any fun recommendations for Milan, let me know. I just plan on, you know, having lots of pasta and wine and coffee. And hopefully there will be lots of sun. Also, if you're from Rotterdam or live close by, I highly recommend you go and visit the like rooftop walk, because they currently have this really cool, like these very high stairs and you can actually walk on top of the buildings. So I did that and it was amazing and the view was so fun and it was so cool to just look at Rotterdam from on top of buildings. So that was incredibly fun and exciting, and it's like you just book a slot. I believe it was like $3.50 per person and it takes you like half an hour to 45 minutes. Such a fun thing to do. And also last week I hung out with my friend Leora from Books with Leo because we filmed the video together. Then I went over to Michelle from Books Michelle because we watched Pirates of the Caribbean 4 and 5. We did a little marathon like 1 to 3 a couple of weeks ago, so we decided to finish it with 4 and 5. And then yesterday I actually went out for lunch with Sabine from Sabine's Book Nook because she always travels via Rotterdam to university or back home, so sometimes we meet up. So we had a lovely lunch, so it was very lovely hanging out with all my friends. But now let's talk about the book a little bit because it was freaking amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Oh my goodness, I cried a lot. It was very just beautiful and sad and painful and tough, but also inspiring and funny. And I loved it very much. So if you have not picked up this book, highly recommend you do so. I also love that I just picked it up randomly because I liked the cover and it did not disappoint. It was so good and so moving. Okay, this was it for this reading vlog. I'm so excited that I actually finished an entire book within one reading vlog, which doesn't happen very often. So yeah, I really hope you like this video. If you want to comment something, which I don't know what to comment a sunflower emoji, so I will know that you've reached the entire end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day and I will see you in my next video. Bye.